Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning if you're in Honolulu. It's about 12:30 Eastern time, about 6:30 a.m. in Honolulu. Interesting market this morning. Came out a little bit bearish, kind of just sat around, just took a little leg down, challenged the lows of the day, and now it's kind of bouncing up, especially the Qs, right? Energy, right? Energy has been the play of the day. Oil is now easily over that $66. That energy play we have going on with Suncor options, the ET options, and the XLE options is now all bright green. With plenty of time to go on those. So we're happy about that. Of course, we're sitting on those Qs, which expire on Friday. So we're going to sit it out. And, and the reason is we noticed kind of a trend that's been going on lately, guys. And what that trend is, the news cycle on the weekends just kind of really depressing and really a Debbie Downer, right? And it kind of carries over into that Monday morning session. So we'll see how we shake out in the afternoon before we make any decisions on those. We could take a little bit money back off the table, but we'll let them roll. The Ford options, right? And we also have the Ford and the Ollie for Friday. Ford's looking a little bit better today. As far as the chart and stuff like that. In fact, let me pop on over and see what Ford looks like right now. Yeah, see, Ford's back over $12. Very nice move from it. And we're just sitting at those $13 calls. It's up about 1.5% today. We'll sit on those for right now. The Ollie just got so discombobulated and it devalued so quick. We're kind of stuck in our boots in that one, and we can live with that. I mean, you look at the overall picture, and this is what I always teach you guys about. Even with your options, staying diversified, just like you do with your stocks, right? Because a lot of times some will work, some won't. Some will take longer than others. Some might move quickly. Some might take more time to develop. Same thing with your options. You see how we have this these three energy plays out to summer, right? The closest expiration we have is July. And they're already bright green. So we're even debating, should we take the profits on one of them and reset it for maybe back in September with the Suncor contracts, which are just stellar. They're up about 45% already. But you see how we're doing that, right? And then we've got kind of medium short-term plays going on. The Qs is a short-term play. That one's not dead, but it's looking a little ugly. But the Ford and the Ollie, right? We set those up maybe about a month or so ago. Ford kind of we set it up like the Ford. We set it up right before the earnings. The earnings were good, but they also talked about the chip shortage and losing about half their production over the second quarter. And so that kind of rocked the stock, right? We were breaking out in that 12. We're sitting at $13 calls, broke the 12 going into earnings, and then it just got ripped back down to 11. Well, it's back over the 12 now. It's still 4.5 sessions to go. We'll see how that works out. The Ollie just got beat up. Regardless of market conditions, regardless of whether the news is good or stuff, for some reason, people were just selling that stock. Sometimes that happens. But you see how your basket, though, out of 6 plays, right? You've got 3 that are just dynamite plays. You've got 1 that's a dog, which is Ollie, right? You've got another one, Ford, which is kind of close. And you've got the Qs, which are always alive, right? We know from Friday, right? Remember what happened on Thursday and Friday? Oh my God, the Qs can change faces quickly. Stay diversified like that. Don't put all your apples in one basket. So like we were talking about, Monday mornings, especially that first half of the session, the last couple of weeks have really been Debbie Downers, right? And a lot of it's got to do with the news cycle. In fact, it's all about the news cycle, right? You've got the whole Middle East issue going on. You've got the whole border thing going on, right? You've got, the mask mandates back and forth, right? The confusion caused by it. And, whatever side you're on in the political poll there, you're either for Fauci or you're against him, blah, 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 blah. It just kind of sags things, right? Everybody gets depressed. Then you got Elon Musk that comes out and makes these innuendos, right, about Bitcoin and stuff. People assume that he sold his position. They stopped taking Bitcoin for Teslas. Big deal. I mean, so what? 6 Teslas aren't going to be paid with Bitcoin this time. I don't think that ruins crypto, but evidently the market did, right? And cryptos, right? Bitcoin this morning, last time we looked, was at about 44,000. We launched our inaugural crypto show on Friday, right, guys? If you guys are watching it, we're hodlers, right? We're hold on for dear life. So we're looking at this as a buying opportunity. So we talked about that crypto portfolio we opened, right? We wanted it to be accessible to all of you. So we started it with $200. So now 2 months later, we're actually debating with this price opportunity. We might put in a second $200, $400. You know what I mean? Lock it down. Anyways, so that's kind of the theme, right? So we're rolling, we're about halfway through lunch now, and that's what we're doing is we're sitting back and we want to see how this afternoon session goes. It's like you remember Thursday, right? We know this market's very petulant, it's very moody. It'll bounce quickly, it'll drop quickly, right? So we're not giving up on anything right now, especially when we're this close. So other than that, guys, you know, it's just kind of a fugly Monday. The big news, of course, was the AT&T with their, what is it, $43 billion deal. They're spinning off Warner side and dumping it on Discover. I feel sorry for the Discover. You're not getting anything of value there. Anyways, but they, you know, AT&T's having a good day. Which generally, you know, remember something about stocks like tea, Coca-Cola, some of your really steady, good dividend pairs. When things get like this in the stock market, money will gravitate to it because it wants to protect itself through those dividends, right? And the stability that you get with it, even in bad market conditions. Apple and Microsoft are the drag on the NASDAQ right now. Apple, after that big day on Friday, Microsoft are having a little consolidation day today. So that's what we're saying. I want to see if they work through these things. Be patient with your trades, guys. Don't every tick does not determine whether a trade is a winner or a loser, right? So other than that, guys, have a good Monday. It was a great weekend. I don't know how it is where you live, but Honolulu is definitely bustling. Surf's up, sun's out, lots of tourists. People are happy. Things are opening up. The vibe is a lot better. I know in a lot of states it's not because of whatever's going on with the politics and stuff like that. But for the most part, it seems like the country's starting to move forward. So, and I think you're seeing that in the energy play, right? We worked through that capital pipeline issue with the ransomware and stuff, and now things are getting kind of back online and stuff. So we'll see how it shakes out. Higher prices at the pump are just going to help these energy stocks, right? Almost like a poison pill, right? I don't own a car, so I don't care. Anyways, so look, guys, sorry, I had to make a little seat adjustment there. But anyways, guys, this is the whole theme of this is, you know, understand your market, pay attention. You know what I mean? People sit there and they stare at charts all day, but they don't get an overall vibe. They understand what's happening in the last 5 minutes, the last 5 ticks, things like that. But always look at, you know, I always teach you guys, always start with a 1-year day chart when you do your technical analysis. You want to see the big picture, see the forest for the trees, or whatever it is, for the trees for the forest. Which way does that go? Anyways, so other than that AT&T deal, there's just not a whole lot of drive right now. The VIX is back over that $20 point, which shows some serious volatility. But a lot of times in your rallies, the beginning moments of your rallies, you want to see a little bit of VIX spike because you want to see a little bit of fear because that will drive your bullishness at some point. So we'll see how it shakes out, guys. Other than that, we're just sitting tight. We'll see how this afternoon goes. Still got about 30 minutes in lunch, and then we'll see how once we hit about that 130 point, we should start seeing some real definition from the market. Right now, the Dow's down about 116 points, Nasdaq's down about 118, close to that low of the day, and S&P's down about 20 points. It's your leaders again. You saw when Apple and Microsoft and a lot of your good stocks and even Tesla, guys, people tend to forget that Tesla is now a component on the S&P 500. So not only does it drive the NASDAQ, it also drives the S&P 500. So you got to put it in that basket of tech stocks like your Apples, your Microsofts, your PayPals and stuff like that, or Visa and stuff like that. Because these things, when they do have rough patches, they will hurt the overall market. So and keep an eye on that. But again, always the big picture. Start with the big picture. And then, if you're in a trade and it's about to expire, you're in a short-term trade, absolutely. And those 1 minute and those 5 minute charts are fun to watch, but they can also be very, very detrimental to your long-term investing. So try to stick on those 1 year daily charts with your 50 and your 200 moving average. We like to pop in the RSI and the MACD along with that to see some momentum and, of course, volume. Let me close with that volume. Volume's an important part of your charting. And the reason is a lot of times you'll see a stock go up, right? And all of a sudden it'll just come back down. You look at the volume, right? Volume confirms the sentiment. And what I mean by that is you don't want to see rallies on low volume. You don't want to see sell downs. Actually, you do want to see sell downs on low volume, because that tells you there's not a lot of conviction. There's not a lot of venom behind whatever the move is. So as I'm speaking, of course, we ticked down a little bit on the NASDAQ and everything else. Anyways, like I said, we're going to stay calm. We're going to stay reserved until we come out of lunch here, and then we'll start looking at the market and see how things go in the afternoon. All right. Economic reports this week. We do have some coming up. Be sure to keep an eye on those. Of course, we have our usual labor report. I believe we have a Fed speech or something too during the week. We passed the inflation reports and stuff from last week. The market's already digesting those. It's all about developments, Middle East, things like that, that are kind of driving the emotion of the market right now. So, other than that, guys, you have a fantastic Monday. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Don't forget, it's Tuesday tomorrow, so we'll have our stock of the week. And for you guys that are following along, enjoy that crypto show. We're new to crypto world. We're only been investing in it about 2 months. So if you're just getting started, get started with us. Come hang out and stuff. Other than that, stock of the weeks have been doing very well. VSTO, right? It's been doing really well. The only dog in there really is Coinbase, right? And Coinbase kind of after those earnings just kind of recycled back to that 250, down to that 250 level. But again, long-term vision. Yeah. Long-term vision. Always look at it like that. If you're going to hold a stock for a long time and it gives you a little retrace like that, or a little downturn, maybe that's the time to cost average into it. Of course, the big benefit is when you follow that golden criteria of dividends and a strong balance sheet, right? Because what happens is, if the stock goes into a little downturn for an extended period, guess what? Those dividends do the work for you. They do the cost averaging for you. So let's close with that, guys. Let's see how we shake out in the afternoon. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and also tomorrow with our stock of the week. Okay. All righty, gang.